Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ebro in the morning. Laura Styles and Rosenberg. The international singing sensation superstar, Tems, is on the program.
Hey.
Tems, what's happening?
What's good? Thank you for having me.
Grammy nominated, or did you win?
I did win.
Yeah,
she's a winner.
Grammy winner. Oscar nominated?
Yes.
Yes.
Or did you win that?
No.
I didn't,
Didn't win
that.
that.
No.
Didn't win that. Didn't win
So I
that.
was cheering for you.
Oh,
Just
No, everybody was rooting for you.
It's cool though. It's still a thing to be nominated for an Oscar.
I mean, you think? Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Sorry.
It's all right. And now you back outside with us, bringing new music, new sounds. Compare this feeling of coming with this second album to the first project and that first. Like, how does it feel now, and compared to how did it feel when those first records started hitting?
Oh well, that first thing wasn't an album. That was an EP.
Okay.
So I've just been releasing EPs, and this is actually my first album.
Got it.
So it's a bit insane because like everything has happened off 2 EPs. Wow. And I'm now starting a new, like, the actual thing when it doesn't feel like that. It feels like I've been here, and you know.
What's the difference between an EP and an album for you?
The difference is the EP. I mean, the first one really did feel like an album because it was my first, and this one is more. It's like life after you've seen things and you've, been places, and life after you've gone to the Oscars, and life after, because my music is really personal.
Right.
So, yeah.
They say it gets harder. They say it gets harder after you've had the successes.
It does, because it's like, it does. Sometimes you don't really want to make music.
It's a job now.
Yeah, well, yeah, because sometimes you think, sometimes it's just not, like, I don't know. It's hard to, like, tap into that place.
Right.
Yeah.
And that place is so important. Like, you need to tap into it. So I just take the time I need. Like, I don't really care. Like, whatever happens, happens. But I need this time to tap into myself and pay attention
The
to
real you, to get in there.
Yeah, to just, like, be who I am. You have to tap into that, like, soul, that thing.
Was that, and so when we first were introduced to you and your music, you were fresh out of college pretty much.
Basically, I was fresh out of the music womb.
Yeah.
And were you, pardon my ignorance, were you a known commodity, like, in Nigeria and in Africa already, or did we all get to know you at the same time?
No, I was known in Nigeria for sure. I had 3 songs. I had Mr. Rebel. I had Try Me. Try Me really took off in Nigeria, and it was from Try Me that, like, went, into Africa, went into, like, other countries in Europe, and then it was from Try Me that I met Wiz. So he heard Try Me, and then we got in together and we did Essence.
And then here.
And then here. So that's what happened.
But wait, at what point in your life did you decide to take making music serious? Like, this is what I want to do.
So I had a job. After I graduated, I had a job. I was trying to be a good girl. And
What is a good girl?
A good girl is a girl that listens to her parents and gets a job and says, okay, I'm trying to make my parents proud by showing them I'm going to get a job, get married, and do the thing. The robot plan.
Yes.
The zombie plan.
Zombie plan?
It's a zombie plan. But I was on that plan, and I just, like... I got signs, and thing is, I've been writing music since I was like 11, and I was just like, do I want to be here in the next 10 years? Like, what do I want? Is this it? And I just was like, nah, I would rather die than remain here.
Wait, did your family ever support your singing career?
My mom is always supportive of me.
Okay.
My most of my family just was like, you're crazy. Like, you are a failure, and we don't like you.
Have they changed their tune since?
Now, a lot of them can't even speak. I'm sure it's still shocking them to today. Like, every time they see me, it's like... wow, like you're related to me. You did that. Whoa. Like I'm sure they're still like in shock.
Do you hold any hard feelings for anybody that doubted you?
Oh no. I don't even have time for hard. Look at my life. Like I only have time for joy. Like there's no time. I don't even think of them. They're not on my mind at all. Not a
That's
single
beautiful.
thought.
Good for you.
What's the craziest thing that's happened so far? Because it's only been a few years, and like you said, you've been to the Oscars and Grammys and done everything there is. So far, what's the craziest pinch yourself moment that you've had?
Just meeting everybody that like I grew up listening to. You know, I met Rihanna. I met Drake. I met Jay-Z. I met Beyonce. I met like everybody that like in the music industry is the biggest. And
They were so happy to see you too,
and
right?
that's they were like, it was crazy. They were, and it was just, I think I don't think there's a moment. I think my life is a moment in time. Like my life feels like, wow, this is such a switch. Like coming from Lagos, Nigeria, where I didn't like. I don't know if you've been to Nigeria, but you should, because it'll give you perspective. And to now, I'm in New York and I'm on Ebro. Like, I think every day is just a day to be grateful.
We appreciate you coming, and we appreciate your music too, and how, you know, there's something in your music and the sound of you, your instrument, your voice. It's super unique, right? Like nobody has your voice. And it also feels like when the songs come on, I always think this, like there's a very, it's almost like folk music, the way you're like what we call here in the United States, like folk music. It's very like close to home.
Right. Yeah.
Storytelling. It's very intimate feeling. Like your music feels like you're singing to one person.
Yeah, I am usually. But yeah.
And that's how you write it.
I freestyle. So like right now, if this was a studio, I'll just like have a beat on, or I just play some chords, and I would just start randomly freestyling. Sometimes I freestyle without knowing. Like I don't realize I'm singing until I actually hear like, oh, I'm singing something. What is this? Sometimes it happens randomly that I have to tell Muiwa, who's my manager, like, yo, I'm singing something. Something's happening right now.
Someone do something.
Somebody
Get something.
press record. Somebody, because if I don't record it, I forget. So it just comes like.
How long have you and Muiwa been together as a team?
As a team, we've been working together for three years or more. Almost 4 years.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's great.
He's great.
The best, man.
Look, I deal with a lot of people in the game, and you know, there's a lot of great people too. But his ability to communicate and be like, for a new artist is phenomenal. Like, because there's a lot of new artists out here. Their communication, not them, but their team. It's like, yo, bro.
No, that makes such a huge difference to the people who
does.
are trying to support you.
Right.
If like, your team is on point.
They have to be. Like, and when I met him, I just kind of knew, okay, this guy knows. He knows how to deal with people. He knows he's a people person, and he's high level. He's someone I can learn from intellectually, which is what I love to be a learner. I love to surround myself with teachers.
Well, I think it's also important for the audience too, as much as everybody loves you artistically. I'm glad you brought up intellect, because you are a university graduate.
I am.
In economics.
Yeah.
Why do you laugh?
Typical econ major.
That's pretty impressive.
Well, no, but it's important
cool.
because you're not just like, I'm tripping and stumbling through life, right? You know, because there are many creatives who are kind of, you know, they've been creative their whole life, and it's, you know, switching their brain from creative to the other side of the brain isn't a talent that everybody has, right?
I mean, honestly, I don't blame whoever decides not to go to school.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like if you are a creative, you do everything to harness your creativity. And I don't believe that school is the best place to do that, because school teaches you to focus on what they give you to focus on. Like, learn this. Don't be creative. Don't say your own words. Reference from someone else's words and put the reference there and write an essay based off of something. Do statistics and do math. But how does that actually have anything to do with your gift? Harnessing what your gift was. We're like superheroes.
Well, I was mostly pointing out that you are, but in essence, you are a superhero in the fact that you can do both. You did both. I think that's what I'm saying that because there's a kid or a young person or a creative watching this like, yo, my parents got me in fucking like whatever. And it's like, nah, you can you are talented enough to do both.
Yeah, I mean,
don't sell yourself short.
I don't think she wanted to though.
No, she absolutely did.
I tried my best to not. So the reason why I eventually did was like, I'm already here. My school fees is being paid for. I'm not gonna waste this opportunity. I'm gonna try and do both. And also, I love a challenge. I'm very crazy. Like, I don't like it when there's something I cannot do. So if it's like, oh, you can't do well in school or you're dumb or you're this, I'm like, nah, I can actually do this. And I can also sing and I can be a producer too. And I can also direct my own. So I'm always like, yeah, I love to be challenged. So that's why I did good at school. But not everybody's like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I wanted people to know how well-rounded you are as a human being.
Yeah.
I still get the sense if she had been forced to become, I don't know, an economist or whatever the hell you would have been,
she'd hate life.
You would have been miserable.
Oh, there's no way they can. I'm too stubborn. That's the problem. I'm like a coconut. Like you can't. You have to really use an ass like,
to break through.
Yeah, you can't. I'm really.
Oh boy, wow! I'm sure that brings up every conversation. Must be easy.
His face right now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
funny.
But good. That's why there's only a few people that can,
Break the coconut.
Cheat code.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
otherwise you just be like, a bit scared sometimes because I'm so like, tough-headed.
Wait, Tems, can you tell me the story behind the creation of Lift Me Up? Like, how did that come together? How'd you connect with Rihanna?
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Why is it? It's a good story.
Well, I'm sure it's a long story, but she went between her Nigerian and British accent right there when he said that. She was like, "Oh my goodness, wow."
Yeah, it's like not sure if I should get into that, but just gonna say it was great. It was lovely.
Okay.
And got so many accolades and Golden Globes and Oscars. So I've gone into Australian accents now.
It is crazy though to be so early on in your career and hit those accolades. Do you think you'd be able to? You seem competitive. You seem driven. Will you be able to, if you put out your project and it's loved and your fans are into it, but it doesn't reach those same accolades, if you feel good about the album, will that be enough? Or will you be disappointed if you don't get back to those trophies again?
Firstly, I'm competitive within myself, but I'm not competitive in
Other artists, right.
with other artists. Nobody can compete with me. I mean, no, I'm an original. I birth children. But also, I'm just all about being true to myself. My music is for people that relate to it. So my music is coming from me, and my music is my outlet. I started making music because I didn't have friends, and I needed something to say. I had something to say and I didn't have anyone to say it to. So I'll just sing it. I'll write it in a song and sing it and record it on my phone. And I was doing that for years. So music is my outlet. So whether anybody listens to it or not, I have to release it. Whether it does well, whether it doesn't do well, is none of my business, but I need to release it. And it's for the people that can connect to it, that are going through the same thing, So
that, as long as it does that.
Yeah, all the accolades that, have happened is I wasn't ever imagining, oh my goodness, one day I want to win, and it wasn't even on my brain. It wasn't a dream of mine. My dream was not that. My dream was literally to sit down somewhere and sing to people in a lounge, to have a residency somewhere. If they said, oh, we want you to go to Vegas and sing for people, that would have been my craziest dream. Like, this is beyond my dream. An Oscar nomination, that's beyond my dream. So anything. I don't really think about accolades. I just want to get my music out before I die. And that's what's important.
Well, the real pressing question I have is, after working with Rihanna, do you have a Fenty Beauty discount code?
It's a great question.
I think so. I hope so.
Let's be honest. This is what the people want to know. When those Pumas just dropped, did you get a box?
Oh, I mean, I didn't get a box, but maybe it's somewhere in the mail. Who knows?
Got it.
Yeah, like
Listen, based on your
through.
jacket, I feel like she could walk into the store and buy what she needs to. If she's interested in getting the newest Fenty, she doesn't even need the discount.
No, for Fenty, I have to pull some plugs. I don't think I think I'll find a way around that. Hopefully.
Share that discount code. Christmas is coming. I need that discount code. Do you have a favorite collaboration that you've done?
I do. Found my song "Found" with Brent Fires. That's one of my favorites. Actually, that is. I'm trying to think of what I've done. Yeah.
He's on the precipice of taking it up a whole other level where he's at too, right?
Yeah.
A lot of y'all are really
He's going crazy right now.
going crazy. Let's play "Found," and then we also got to play the new single "To Me and You."
Ooh,
Gotta play both of those.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about this next album, which is an album, not a EP.
Not an
It's
EP.
not an EP.
Will there be any people you're working with that you can let us know that maybe you haven't worked with before? Not collabs, but just maybe producers, anything like that. Because I know the collab thing gets a little.
Yeah.
Can't really talk about it.
Producers, yes. There are producers I haven't worked with.
All right, we can move on past that. You don't want to tell. Just say you don't want to tell us.
Yeah, I mean,
We can handle
I
it.
can't say too much right now. It's still.
When are we finding out more?
is it
How about
You
that?
are finding out so soon, like this soon, like that soon.
Can you
That
come back
soon.
to our program and
I
stuff
will
when there's
love to come back. I'm coming back. To
Tell
the
us everything.
I'm gonna tell you everything, and I'm gonna explain. All this. Why I can't say too much as well. Yeah,
All right.
I
Okay.
got you.
And you feel no pressure right now,
I feel no pressure in terms of what.
like in the work, the songs, the expectations of the album.
I mean, as an artist, you always get nervous sometimes, but at this point, I'm just like, I just have to do what I have to do, and it's coming out, and it's gonna do what it does, and
Do you read the comments?
comments on.
Like, you drop a new song, are you the type that goes on social media and reads what everyone's saying about it, or
I
you turn off
do
your
look
phone?
at YouTube. Well, it
Oh,
depends.
not YouTube comments, please. The
Like-
scum of the earth.
Oh, disgusting.
The filth
no,
of the
they're
filth.
lovely. They're lovely. They're going crazy on my videos.
Oh, so her YouTube's great.
thing
It's
is-
your YouTube
Oh,
that's
no, it's
trash.
our YouTube.
Oh, it might be, because I directed this video, this Me and You video.
Right.
So it's my first time as a director
Congratulations.
of a
Wow.
video. So I was curious to see, like, ooh, what does that? You get? It's a new experience for me. So yeah, they have been like, whoa, this video is crazy. They've been going crazy on YouTube.
That's dope. That's dope. So you read the comments. As long as they're good, we're in a good space about it.
I don't read the comments on anything else.
Really, just
Yeah.
to see what they thought of the video.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Her name is Tems. If you haven't heard of her, you're lame.
No, you
need to
probably
step the game up.
no. You even if you haven't heard of her, you actually have, and you just don't know it.
That's
yet.
right. That's a good
Yeah.
point. That's a good point.
Thanks.
It's a good point. Tems, thank you for coming by the program.
Thank you
we
for
hope to
having
see
me.
you
Congrats
again
on
soon.
everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you so
amazing.
much.
Also, and lastly, because I know it's a conversation in Nigeria and West Africa about the term Afro beats, and I've heard people refer to you as an Afro beats artist, and I'm always like, I don't know if she would term herself that way. How do you describe your music?
My music is alternative.
Alte, as they would say.
It's alte, but yeah, in the world scope, in an objective view, it's alternative, Afro, soul, R&B.
Got it.
It's like a mesh of different genres. I didn't know about genres, so I was just making music, so that's why this is a bit weird.
Let's go with different.
But I noticed that any music that comes out of Nigeria, people just put it under Afro beats because it's Nigeria, it's Africa. So now the new name for African music seems to be Afrobeats, and I don't know that that's right, because it's like there's so many genres.
Right.
But also, I think they just don't really know what to classify.
But how come it
people's-
just can't be R&B or hip hop or?
When I release my music, I put R&B under the
Right.
genre. So it's really the blogs and the whoever that says Afrobeats, the charts. But it's just something that's going on right now.
It's gonna shake out over time.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. People would start noticing. Okay, this is actually not Afrobeats. This is something else. Or this is R&B, or But I don't know. I can't.
I just
control
wanted
it.
because it comes up a lot, and sometimes people say it. and-
I'm personally not. That's not the type of music I make.
Right.
It's. I mean, you can hear it. It doesn't sound like
Right.
Afrobeats.
Do you care how people label your music or no?
I don't really care too much as long as they're listening to it.
Fair.
I don't like. Okay, yeah. I mean, it does matter, but I don't think too much about it.
Ebro, we're going in the right direction. People used to just say anything that wasn't American was world music.
Facts.
We've made it to Africa. Let's
Yeah,
go one step
well,
at a
Well,
time.
we're gonna keep pushing. though,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Let's
We'll
get
get
there for
there.
sure.
We'll get there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the amazing Tems.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.